Oh, sorry, I was checking out my hair. I gave myself a haircut. I've not been to my normal haircut lady in, what is it, 6 or 7 weeks now. So I just kind of did it on my own, so hopefully you guys like it. I haven't like styled my hair in a while, so hey. So here we are, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to have you guys. I love it when you guys hit play. Feel free to hit like and subscribe, leave a comment below if you'd like to do that. I've never said that at the beginning of the video before, so hopefully that's okay that I said that to you guys. Like, okay, is that good? All right, so what I want to talk about today is, you know, support local, drink local. I know you're gonna say, Booker, you made a video about this a few weeks ago. I did, but I did that at kind of the beginning of the COVID-19 crisis to just kind of let you guys know, please get out and support your local coffee shops, your restaurants, your breweries and your pubs, craft beer pubs, things of that nature, because those folks are really affected in a big way by this pandemic. And I talk about, there's so many that are affected, but I talk about that group because that's the group that my channel caters to, and it's the group that I really love very dearly, and have made a lot of good friends in that area. So you're probably like, Booker, where are you going with the video? Like, what are we talking about today? You already told us to go out and support our local places. Maybe you're already going to your local places. Maybe you're already doing curbside pickup. Maybe you're already doing the delivery to your home and things of that nature. Whatever it may be, you may be already doing that. And if you are, thank you for doing that. I know me and myself, I've went to multiple breweries in the area to support them in any way I can, whether it's through tips or just buying some of the CROWLERS and growlers that they have. I think we've gotten food out a lot, like I just go pick it up or whatever it may be. And I just had some coffee delivered locally from one of the local coffee shops of the new town I'll be moving to, which we'll talk about in another video, but in Elkhart, Indiana, called Electric Brew. So far the coffee is fantastic, so thank you, Electric Brew. But yeah, like, so there's a lot of really good things happening, and I was inspired to do this video based off of John Krazinski. If you don't know Jim from The Office, John Krasinski went out on YouTube a few weeks ago, and he created a YouTube channel called Super Good News. And I thought that was amazing. I teared up a little bit the first time I saw that, and it just got me to think about, like, I know so many breweries, restaurants, and coffee shops are struggling right now. Like, this is a really tough time for the owners. It's a really tough time for the hospitality workers in those places. And it's a tough time for the people that enjoy going there and connecting with friends, or just, you know, they had a routine that they go every morning to get their coffee, or they go every Tuesday night to hang out with their friends and play a game night or something of that nature. That's something that really affects a lot of folks. And when you can't get out and do those things, it's really impactful on our lives. It can be really challenging for our mental health. So what I wanted to talk about is just some really good news in the brewery industry. There's articles out there that say some breweries might close in 3 months. They may not survive what's going on right now. And I know that they're all working so hard, and they're really digging into their creativity and innovation to find ways to support and stay afloat and support the people that are on their teams. One place I want to talk about real quick is a local spot. It's called Hop Station, and I go to Hop Station pretty regularly, and very recently, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, they were able, so we had some laws lifted in Indiana where they were actually to sell some to-go beer. So they were a really tough spot when everything got shut down in the state of Indiana. They were not able to do any business at all. They couldn't do carry-out drinks, they could not do carry-out food, and they just had started this new business in the last 12 months. They were recently just voted the #1 craft brewery in the state of Indiana, and they were just really put in a bad spot. So I've been going there regularly to get my growler fills, but I'm going to switch over to the video there, and I got a chance to talk to Casey Stuber, one of the owners. Casey and DJ are great guys there. Love going there and hang out and talk to those guys and talking beer. So let's go to that video with Casey real quick.
Alright, so as part of the vlog and like the support local, drink local, one of my favorite places to go to in the Mishawaka South Bend area is Hop Station. This place right up here. Hopefully you can see it. The reason for that is they've got some of the best craft beer in the state, really. You think about it, like on tap or in cans and on-site bottles. Weren't you guys just voted something as well?
Yeah, we just won Best Craft Beer Bar in the state of Indiana.
Best Craft Beer Bar in the state of Indiana, which is really cool. This is Casey Stuber. Casey, and all this stuff that's going on with COVID-19 and self-quarantine, what's some really cool stuff that's happened for you guys locally?
Yeah, so the first week we were not even able to open up, which was a real bummer.
Yeah.
Our license doesn't allow us to do carry out. And then Governor Holcomb the next week announced that all licenses can provide carryout now.
Right.
We were like, yes, we can do some growlers.
Yeah.
So I started calling up everybody. Steve from Stop at Brewers hit us up. He's like, hey, I got some growlers if you want some. We're like, yes, thank you. So started picking up that. Bare Hands hooked us up with caps because Steve didn't have caps.
Oh, right.
So like, there's already starting to be issues finding like the
You're running out of stuff okay.
to use for that.
Yeah.
And so we were rolling those for a little bit, and then Burnham hit us up. They had some 32-ounce howlers that we could use. So we were like, absolutely.
And Windmill's been stocking with cans, right?
Windmills have been, providing us some great fresh beer. A lot of our other distributors aren't even getting any like kegs in right now because nobody else is really doing what we're doing.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. And then today we had an issue where I ordered 300 growlers. They arrived, no caps, and then they decided to say, hey. The caps are on back order for 4 weeks. So I'm freaking out because we're out of growlers today. And I got a hold of Cody at Wedgwood, and he hooked us up. So it's really cool that like, all these local guys are just all about helping each other out, even though like they're all low in stock and it's impossible to order this stuff.
Right. And that's the cool thing about the beer community really is that I don't think people realize, like this is really a tough time for the beer community because, you know, a lot of us enjoy going to places like Hop Station because it's really cool to go sit and hang out with your friends, talk about the beer, or sometimes watch horror movies inside here.
Oh, yeah.
So that kind of stuff. So it's fun. It's that camaraderie. But I think you're seeing that happen. And obviously my videos are going to be a lot about South of Mishawaka. But I think this applies to many areas. And later on in the video, I'm just going to like showcase some different places around the country that are doing some really cool stuff locally. But please support local, drink local. Whether it's your breweries, whether your favorite pub or restaurants that are doing local stuff, because so many of them have carry out. And this is such a hard time for the folks that work at these places because this is their money. This is their living. And thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Man.
You guys are great. So thanks.
All right, so that was really cool, and I really thank Casey for taking a moment to step outside with me. I tried to video inside Hop Station, but it was just really dark because they're really only just letting like 1 or 2 people in at a time to pick up growlers and howlers, but they've had a really good steady business there, and I'm really proud of those guys because they've done some really great work. I wanted to take a moment to kind of talk about some other breweries around the country and what they're doing. I challenge you to dig into Instagram, or if you have a favorite place you go to and you haven't heard anything about them, look them up on Facebook, look them up on Instagram, Google them out on the internet to find out what they might be doing, because I can't cover every brewery. I'm going to talk to you about some of my favorite breweries and what they're doing, and I'm going to show you a couple more breweries locally and kind of talk about what they're doing a little bit later in the video. The first one, I guess I'm going to start off with Monkish, and I guess that's going to tie into what am I drinking because I haven't done that yet in the video. But what I have today is Water Balloon Fight Club. It's a double IPA from Monkish. It's the first time I've had this one. A double dry hop, double IPA, and I love it actually. I think I got 8 cans of it because some people wanted to trade. But this is a great one here. I got my new Side Project glass, just ordered that because Side Project's doing some cool shipping. I'll talk about Side Project in a second. But yeah, tasty. Yeah, so please comment, share down below what you're drinking. I would love to know if people are watching this video and you're adults and you're of age, you're having a beer while you're watching it, because comment down below what you're drinking would be great. But Monkish is a place that is like super hard to get beer. I'm very lucky that I have a friend that like tries to take really good care of me, lives pretty close. But Monkish has changed their process where they've got basically you order online. They'll announce when they're selling something, you go online and order it, and you go pick it up. It used to be lines of people that would show up, throngs of people show up to get their beer, and they do it in a much more smooth way right now, which might be something that when you think about it, when everything calms down, maybe that's something they'll stay with. Maybe we'll get away from these big crowds of people getting in line to do stuff and to be able to do stuff online. I don't know how you feel about it, whether you'd rather have the lines of people or whether you'd have to get it online. As somebody that doesn't live out there, if I could order it online and have a proxy, a friend of mine, go pick it up and send it to me, I'd much rather have that option. But the people who live locally might have a totally different opinion, so don't rip me apart in the comments about that. Another one I want to talk about, and I've talked about on this channel a lot, is Other Half Brewing in New York. As you guys know, and I probably talked about many times, is I visited Other Half Brewing about a year and almost a half ago. The day I got to meet Casey Neistat, I visited Other Half Brewing, and they're doing a lot of stuff locally. They haven't went to statewide delivery, but they're doing a lot of delivery locally in New York. And one thing they did is they brought together a beer that is going to be a worldwide collab, and it's already being released by some places. It's all called All Together Beer. I would check your favorite brewery and see if they're doing that. But they basically have open sourced the recipe for this beer. Everybody can use the name, the can design. They can add to the can design if they want to. But it's All Together Beer because the brewery industry is really just all in this together. And all that they ask is if you use the can design, if you use the recipe and things of that nature, that you give a portion of those sales back to your hospitality staff. And I think that's really great. And you're seeing that from a lot of these breweries. Like, they are truly a family environment. The place that I talk about a lot on here as well, and you guys are probably tired of it, that I just really truly love going to, and it's about 2 hours away, is Microphone Brewing. They were one of the first ones, I think, to really get online and put stuff online very early in the process, and I think I've ordered from them 2 or 3 times since then. I've had the opportunity to like buy gift cards. Actually, I haven't bought gift cards, but I've had the opportunity to like send a virtual tip to the team as well. But the reason I mentioned Microphone Brewing is that going there is a place where I've had an opportunity to interact with so many people that work there, and it's like such a truly family environment when you go there. And I think so many of these breweries are like that. If you get a chance to go in and hang out, talk to some of the staff, they're all so welcoming and like just want to just talk and share about what the work they're doing. They're very passionate about the work they're doing, and I just really love that. One last brewery I want to talk about today is Monday Night Brewing. This is a brewery that I don't know a ton about. I've not visited, but I have had a couple of their beers. My first trip to Georgia a few years ago to see some family, I got a Monday Night Brewing beer, and it was one of the best beers I had on that trip down there. So I was really excited to have that because I wasn't able to find a lot of great beer. But I really like Monday Night Brewing, and one thing I do love about them is right now the big boom in the industry is curbside pickup and delivery. Like, those are just the things that are happening more and more around the country. They've curated a touchless drive-through where when you go through, you don't have to interact with anybody necessarily. You're safe. Everything's going to be clean, which is good. But what I love that they did over this past weekend is they had free beer for government workers and educators. We know that the folks working in the government, anybody that's in an essential job right now, like, they are truly on the front lines and doing some great stuff. So I think that's just such a great way to say thank you to the industry. So those are just like some that I wanted to call out in bullet point. I'm going to go back on location here in a moment. I would just want to show you a couple places locally. I had the opportunity to stop at Watermark Brewing and experience their process on Saturday. I was able to go to Transient to get some to-go beers at Transient on Saturday as well. I was able to actually feed my family some food from Fat Cap, which is a great local barbecue place here in town, by doing call ahead and having like a curbside pickup for them as well. So when I went to those places, I did a little bit of recording outside, so I'm going to flip to that right now.
Alright, in the effort to practice safe social distancing, I wanted to call out Watermark Brewing as well. Today they are doing, it's Saturday, and I think they'll do more stuff, and if you follow my Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, I'll like post more things about them. But today from 12 to 6, they're doing all CROWLER can sales to go, which they're doing curbside pickup, which is really cool. All the proceeds from that go to their staff. So they furloughed some of their staff, just like many other places, because they can't be open like normal breweries can. But you guys know Watermark. It's one of my favorite places. We just talked to Chris, one of the owners here, as we picked up a couple CROWLERs today, some Pow Plow. About to show that off. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys Watermark. This is another great spot. I know you have great spots in your area doing the same thing, but Watermark's in Stevensville, Michigan. One of my favorite spots to go to and check out. But yeah, check them out. Another one of the spots I wanted to check out was Transient here in Bridgman, Michigan. They just canned some juices loose. They're doing carry-out sales this weekend. They do them most weekends. So just another example of another great place to check out and support the staff. Go in, make sure you tip them well also. But Bridgman's a great town. They've got a nice beach down the road. You can still practice some social distancing, but it's great to kind of be outside. It's a beautiful day out too. But yeah, that's another one for you. All right, so one more stop on the day. Just wanted to, like I said, showcase some local spots. Hopefully you can hear me with the wind and the cars. This is a little more urban environment that I've been to. But we were at Fat Cap Smoked Meats today. Since it's Easter dinner tomorrow, or Easter day tomorrow, we wanted to like have some food, so we got some pulled pork and some spare ribs. They're doing great stuff with local carryout. They just opened back up this week to do some local carryout, so please check them out on your Facebook page if you're in the South Bend, Mishawaka area. But another great example, there's places out there around you to try out, to get some carryout, and some of these places have delivery options as well. But Fat Cap's a great spot. It's the first time we've had it. We've just heard really good things about it, so I know we're not going to be disappointed.
All right, I love those places. Those are definitely some of my favorite places in the South Bend, Mishawaka area. I know that you guys have those places around the country. Unfortunately, at this time, I can't. Actually, anytime, I can't always go visit everybody. So I'm always going to focus a little bit on the South Bend, Mishawaka area and the Southern Michigan area. Actually, two of those places are in Michigan. But you have places in your area that are like that. So if you haven't checked it out, if you haven't looked it up, please get on some social media, get on the internet and find out what's going on. Give them a call. Like, they'll definitely talk to you and answer you. And some of these places you have to call ahead anyway to make your order. But I just wanted to make the video today to just really call out the innovation and creativity that's going on in the industry, and some good news, some super good news that's actually happening in the industry where there is really a lot of bad news. But I think we should call out the folks that are doing some really cool stuff. I would love if you could comment below some of the cool things that you're seeing local breweries, restaurants, or coffee shops that are doing. I think that'd just be great to hear, and I think it would be a great way to spread the message to other folks. I hope you liked the video this week. I don't know what the video is going to be next week. I might start just getting in to do some beer reviews of stuff I'm getting in the house. I get a lot of beer that maybe you guys haven't seen or heard of or tried out. I'm not the best at explaining all the tastes of a beer. I'm not really the Cicerone in that respect, but you know, maybe we'll do that. I'm not sure. If you have suggestions of things you'd like to see me do while we're all on the lockdown right now, I'd love to hear from you and let me know. You can send me a message on Twitter, on Instagram, or like I said, comment down below. But have a great week. I hope you guys are being safe. Please try to find a way to support local as much as you can. And I'll see you on the next video. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us today. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. It was called... God, I can't talk today. Fuck. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Host and hostess, that thing, acted by this, obviously, our local breweries.